Today, I am racing the World Cross Country Championships, which is a 10K across grass, mud, sand, ramps, hay bales, and all against the best athletes in the world. Worlds was in Belgrade, Serbia, so I took an 11-hour flight from Seattle to Frankfurt and then a 3-hour flight from Frankfurt to Belgrade. And there was also an 8-hour time change, so I was definitely feeling a little rough at this point, but I continued on my usual pre-race schedule with a run and some last-minute heat training in the sauna. Then I went downtown Belgrade to meet my parents for dinner because they traveled all the way from Serbia to watch me race, which is incredible. The day before the race, all of Team USA headed over to the course to check it out, take some photos, and also do a shakeout run and strides. We definitely wanted to get a good look at the course because there are some interesting obstacles involved in it, and of course we wanted to do strides so that we wouldn't be flat for race day. My pre-meet was a 5-mile run and then 5 by 20-second strides. It was just nice to be able to get some of those pre-race jitters out. Later that night we had our team meeting where we got our new spikes and bibs, and then we had a team dinner. Then it was just time to relax and head to bed before the big day. I'm going to be racing the 10K tomorrow, and it's been a long build up. I've put a lot of work into this. I'm super excited. It's also amazing. I'm part of Team USA. It is a team race. There's a team score. I'm super excited to race with all of them tomorrow and have that team component. I'm just really excited. I'm obviously super nervous as well, and I know it's going to be really hard, but I just keep remembering myself that I'm capable. I just want to soak up this experience and gain as much from it as I can. I'm excited for it. I really hope that my best tomorrow is more than what I want it to be, but if it's less, I'm going to accept that too and roll with it and just give everything I can out there, because that's all I can do at the end of the day. I'm just doing a little 10-minute shakeout morning before my race. Just something, get the blood flowing, get the legs moving. After my shakeout, I had some coffee, did my mobility, and rolled out a bit. This is the exact same routine I follow on workout days because I don't want to change anything on the day of a race. Obviously, I'm nervous and I just want to stick to a routine that I know that works. So 4 hours before the race, I had my breakfast. It's not the most beautiful, but she'll get the job done. The forecast for this race was 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so hydration in the days leading up to it and right before was super important, which is why I was hydrating with Element, a tasty electrolyte beverage that has a scientifically based formulation of electrolytes with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. I've been using Element all through my preparation for this race, so it made it super easy to optimize my hydration leading into the hot conditions. They always say control the controllables, so instead of worrying about the heat, I worried about preparing myself for that, especially with hydration. If you'd like to try Element, they're offering a free sample pack of all 8 flavors with any order to my subscribers right now. Just go to drinkelement.com/Allie or go to the link in my description. And as always, stay salty, my friends. I did my final preparations before the race, headed to the course, warmed up, and then all that was left to do was wait for that starting gun to go off. The race went out hot, but our plan was to get out and get in good position, but then settle in and not go too hard in the beginning stages of this race. When I say we, I mean the Team USA athletes. Most of us finished within 30 seconds of each other at USA's, so we thought it would really help us out if we could pack run part of this race. I also want to talk about this race course because it was wild. There were these sand traps and also ramps that you went up and down. The course was pretty flat, so they added these in kind of as hills. And then there was this hay maze, as they called it, where you could either weave or jump over the hay bales to get through. And there was also a big mud pit that got sloppier and sloppier as the race went on. And that combined with the sharp turns in this race made it a pretty slow course, and the temperatures were also high. So overall, having a conservative start was definitely a good way to go. And so I started out in 45th place and was just kind of trying to stay as relaxed as possible for as long as possible in this race. But I also wanted to stay within sight of my USA teammates. And so for almost the entire race, I could see either Emma Grace, Abby, Kaylee, or Katie, which was really amazing because it's so comforting to have a teammate near you when you're in a big field. At one point, I did kind of start to get gapped by this big pack, and so I had to make a pretty big effort during the third and fourth laps to close down that gap and start working my way up the field. But once I was able to do that, I gained a lot of momentum from passing people and also linking up with Emma Grace and Abby to start moving our way through this field. It was so fun to work with them and also to be able to pick some people off during that last lap and feel really strong doing it. As I mentioned earlier, this was a team race, and so while Kenya was definitely dominating up front and they took the first 5 spots in this race, Team USA was doing well too. Wayne Colati was our first finisher in 15th, and then I managed to pick off some people in the last lap and finish second for us in 30th, and then shortly behind me were Abby and Emma Grace, who finished 33rd and 35th. So with those combined, we actually managed to get 4th as a team, which was amazing. And it was also super exciting for the 3 of us because we had actually worked together to pass a few of the Spanish runners in the last lap. So making those moves had actually made a big difference in the team scores because we only beat Spain by 12 points. Oh, all right. It's after the race. Back at the hotel, just wanted to say a quick rundown. I'm like super happy with the result. I wanted to move up, finish feeling strong, and be able to be a scorer for Team USA, and we really wanted to get 4th place as a team. So to be able to be the second American, get a top 30 finish, and be 4th as a team is amazing. Like, I'm really happy with how it went. I was able to move up consistently throughout the race, and I just felt so strong the whole time and really within myself during that race, which was amazing. Honestly, I just had so much fun racing. I stayed really positive the whole time, even though it obviously got hard, and I loved the obstacle course aspect of it because it just felt like playing a game, kind of. It really felt like a game, and I was just trying to pick off people one after the other. It was like Mario Kart. Oh, an amazing experience as my first US team since 2019. Yeah, pretty exciting, and now we'll just have to see what's next. Later in the day, I entered full tourist mode and I just went and checked out Belgrade with my parents. We went to this place called The Fortress, which is crazy. It's this huge stone establishment that used to be the town of Belgrade. And then we walked through the city and got some dinner before I went to the after party that World Athletics put on for all of the cross-country athletes. And it was really fun and honestly just amazing to soak in this whole experience. But thank you everyone for all the support during this entire build-up from October to now. I am so excited and I just love you all. So yeah, that's all for now, folks.